With WandaVision, so much was left unresolved. Is it possible Agatha has the power to not only wow us, but to make sense of some of the MCU's biggest mysteries? Agatha made her first appearance in WandaVision, which is why there is a part of me that really hopes we could see a return of Wanda in Agatha's show. Granted, I know that this is kind of a pipe dream. Elizabeth Olsen has pretty much said that she is hanging up her cape and ready to do something different, as much as she has enjoyed, of course, playing Wanda. And I'm sure WandaVision especially was a blast in terms of a show as an actor. I mean, gosh, they gotta go through all these different eras, it just looks so fun. Still, the fact remains that Wanda is often known in the comics for being Agatha's mentee. Agatha takes Wanda under her wing and basically trains her. She also messes with her kinda too, making her forget about her children after they were dispelled for what Agatha believes is Wanda's own good. Wanda pays her back in kind when she realizes that her mentor manipulated her, and yeah, let's just say it did not go well for Agatha. Agatha also recently reappeared in Wanda's own self-titled series as well in the comics, and the two teamed up for a story in Scarlet Witch. I love how Agatha is both Wanda's mentor and ally, but also sometimes plays the role of villain or antagonizer. The two have a complex relationship, to say the least. What kind of relationship would you like to see between them if we do get both Wanda and Agatha together in the show? Franklin Richards is famously also connected to Agatha. There is a time when the Fantastic Four come to Agatha to get her to basically nanny for Franklin. Well, this might seem somewhat odd considering Agatha is an extremely powerful witch, so you'd think she'd have, more important matters on her hands most of the time. The reality is, Franklin was no normal child. Franklin Richards has often been considered to be one of the most powerful kids in the Marvel Universe. He developed powers at a very young age and is considered both more powerful than his mother and his father combined, being the son of Sue Storm, Invisible Woman, and of course Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic. Franklin's powers allow him to warp reality on a massive scale, and have been used to perform such impressive feats as saving all of the heroes who seemingly perished at the psionic hands of Onslaught. I know a lot of people are hoping we at least get some reference to this very interesting part of both Agatha and Franklin's history, especially their history together. Also, I just feel like Agatha's kind of a cute nanny to Franklin. Speaking of the Fantastic Four, if we are going to have Franklin Richards in here, then we clearly need the team he originated from here as well. No? I think it would only be fitting. We at least need his parents, I'd say. We at least need Reed and Sue in here, because they gotta be handing Franklin over together, I think. Goodness, I would personally love to see a connection just drawn between these two projects, between, Agatha and Fantastic Four, especially since Matt Shakman is also directing the Fantastic Four, and of course Matt Shakman famously worked on WandaVision as well. I'm seeing threads drawn here, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm like super into it. We already know this is something we are getting, but the question will be in what capacity. Wiccan is slated to be played by Joe Locke in the Agatha series. Joe is known for his appearance in the Netflix series Heartstopper. In that show, he plays one of the two main characters in a queer coming-of-age rom-com where two best friends realize there actually might be something more between them. All in all, he seems like a pretty good fit for the role of Wiccan, I gotta say. Wiccan is the son of Scarlet Witch and Vision, sort of. In the comics, Wanda takes pieces of Mephisto and uses them to anchor her sons in reality, who she has used her reality warping powers to, in essence, kinda like dream into existence. When it's revealed her children were never real, they are dissolved. But spiritually, they actually live on, being reborn into the world, basically like reincarnated. So Wiccan has the parents that bore and raised him, and he also has Scarlet Witch as kind of like his mother in spirit and soul. So we do have Wiccan in this cast, who is known for being Wanda's reborn son, Billy Kaplan. Billy's initial twin brother, who is also reincarnated and born into the world to different parents, doesn't seem to be mentioned at all here though, at least not yet, not anything I've seen. Speed is Tommy Shepard in the comics, who also has the soul of Wanda's son. Speed is not like his brother in terms of his abilities though. He instead takes after his uncle, being a speedster. His look also reflects his uncle's appearance, with Tommy having white hair like Quicksilver as well. I love Wiccan, but I feel like Speed often takes a back seat when it comes to his brother, and I'd enjoy seeing both of them given equal opportunity in this series, if they were to both appear. I think Speed especially could be a cool character to explore, because I feel like there's less that we've done with him in the comics, there's like less established lore around him, so like some smaller characters who have appeared in the MCU, or even some who have originated there is a chance that his appearance could improve his popularity and prominence in the comics as well. Another character we know we are also getting is Hulkling, and with Wiccan and Hulkling both appearing, I gotta say, I have a dream. I have a dream of the Young Avengers maybe showing up here in some capacity. I think that could be really cool. We know the Young Avengers are probably heading our way at some point in the near future. We've seen a few members of the original comic book team introduced, including Eli Bradley, who goes on to become Patriot, and Kate Bishop, who we also know as Hawkeye, as well as later team additions like the Star Portal creating reality hopping America Chavez. At the end of the Marvels, it was also implied that Kate may team up with Miss Marvel's Kamala Khan, who declared that she was actually putting a team together, feeling kind of like a callback to when Nick Fury first brought the Avengers together, appearing in post-credit scenes himself, which I gotta say, I kinda love. Hulkling and Wiccan being an Agatha puts big hearts in my eyes too. In the comics, they are a powerhouse couple. Hulkling is currently the ruler of the Skrull-Kree Alliance, being half Skrull and half Kree, with his mother being a princess of the Skrull Empire and his father being Captain Marvel, acclaimed Earth hero and Kree champion. Wiccan acts as his consort and right-hand wizard in the court. Wiccan himself is immensely powerful, as his powers are of course similar to his mother's in that he can use inherent magic to warp reality. What he does in order to do his magical thing is he actually just speaks things into existence. Recently in the comics, the two were married, something many fans of the couple have been waiting a while to see happen. We were all waiting for that wedding issue, and we were all super happy when we got it. I wonder where their stories will take them in the MCU though. Hopefully we'll still get a love story between them, because if we don't, I feel like there will be riots. As I said, Hulkling in the comics is known for being a Skrull, so something that I am curious to know more about is what his origins will be here. Will it still be Skrull? Will we do something else? On one hand, I would love to see his mysterious origin kind of baked in here. Like at first we didn't really fully know who Hulkling was, who he was related to. His origin on Earth was like a little bit of a mystery, which I kind of liked. Hulkling too, his name and look, inspiration as a hero actually came from the Hulk, but he doesn't get his powers from gamma radiation like Bruce does. So he's kind of this weird character that if you just look at him on a page, you might be like, oh, is that a Hulk related character? And the answer is sort of, but really no. Instead, his powers allow him to shapeshift and come from, of course, his Skrull physiology, though he is also super tough and durable as well, which he gets from his Kree side, or rather I guess both of those alien races are considered to be tough, so combine them and you just get a character who is like super tough. After the disappointment of Secret Invasion, we're at a weird place though with Skrulls, it feels like, in the MCU. So while I'm hoping Hulkling still gets to keep his Skrull origin, I still think the Skrulls are super cool. I am curious to see how that is handled, if it's handled at all in the Agatha series. We still haven't seen any sign, not even a whisper, of White Vision yet in the MCU other than what we got in WandaVision. And considering Agatha also appeared in WandaVision alongside Vision and White Vision, I think it might make some sense for White Vision to appear here. At least let us tie up that loose end. As far as we know, based on the end of WandaVision, Wanda's version of Vision, which was her own construct, faded away, while White Vision, a rebuilt version of Viz, who doesn't really have his emotional core or memories, at least not originally, just kind of flew off and feels very like he's going through something. What became of him? Will we ever see him again? Will we go on Vision Quest? Will we ever find out just like where he went, what he's doing? How is he? Like, I just want him to text me and be like, I'm okay, I'm safe. I'm hoping Agatha has some answers for us. Please, please, please. Something that does seem hopeful is that Jack Schaefer, who is working as a director and writer for the Agatha series after her success working on WandaVision, will also be the one to apparently spearhead the Vision Quest spin-off, supposedly focused on Vision. If that ever happens, of course. I'm hoping it does, but we'll see. That's about it. I'm your host, Amanda McKnight. Until next time, you stay nerdy.